What's going on, Guardians? It's Tizzle here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a run of the new Broken Deep Lost Sector. So Expert is 2020, and then I believe it's called Master is 2030, and I was 2000 light level, so I was 30 under power, and this build goes super hard. That's less than GM power, by the way, and I think the surges were Void and Strand, I do believe. Maybe it was solar. I can't remember. But anyways, I'm going to show you the build. So I have Blade Fury for my super, and then Thruster, Frenzied Blade. This is a Consecration with Knockout build. So Knockout gives you health back and buffs the damage of your melees. Consecration causes ignition, so it can stun unstops. It's absolutely excellent. I was running a Pulse Grenade with Facet of Dominance, so my Arc Grenade jolts targets. That's crucial in this Lost Sector because there's overloads, so it can work on those. Picking up an Orb of Power will grant me Woven Mail, which is good for survivability, but it does bring my recovery down, and my recovery is only 23. Facet of Balance, rapidly defeating targets with light damage grants melee energy. You'll see I do that a lot with my Indebted Kindness, and obviously with our melees as well. So this is how we get melee energy back. Facet of Ruin increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increases the area of effect of solar ignitions. So this is to get bigger ignitions. And then Facet of Protection, while surrounded by enemies, you're more resistant to incoming damage. And then while you're transcendent, the effect is increased. And then I've got Midnight Coup with Overload Hand Cannon. I'll go through these real quick. The big ones are Shield Crush. So when I have Woven Mail, my melee recharges faster. And then my grenade recharges faster when I'm Radiant. And I have Radiant Orb, so when I pick up an orb, I can get Radiant. Transference, gain increased grenade and melee damage while Transcendent. You'll see that's really, really good in the boss room and stuff. Galvanic Armor, while you have an Arc or Prismatic subclass equipped, incoming damage from combatants is reduced while amplified, and we're amplified a lot. So those are kind of the main ones. Oh, and also Unstoppable Sidearm. Volt Shot on this Lead from Gold goes extremely hard, as you will see. This Midnight Coup is really good for overloads. And then Leviathan's Breath is awesome because, like I said, it's Void Surge on, so it's really good on the unstops. And then just double hands-on my helmet, double heavy-handed, and Impact Induction, which gives me grenade energy when I deal damage with a melee. And then Recuperation, Invigoration, and Absolution, just for some health back on orb pickup and to get my abilities back, especially my melee. And then Bomber Distribution and Outreach, so when I cast my Thruster, it does the same thing. So here's the run, and I'm going to do a commentary over it. So this Lost Sector is pretty annoying, to be quite honest. You'll see why, because there's lots of those geysers. And just going to turn this down slightly. So those geysers will like boop you around and stuff. So you want to play aggressive with this build, but you can't because of the way the enemies spawn in. They'll spawn in behind you. And also, Indebted Kindness is really annoying to use on those Phalanx shields, because sometimes it will like just nick the shield and then you get immunes. So yeah, here we're just spawning the enemies in, and you can see they're spawning like beside us. And sometimes they actually teleport behind you. There's like a taken Scion that I've died to lots that literally just TPs behind me. So there's nothing you can really do about that. I've been out of this room in 1 minute and 40 seconds before, but I was getting sick of dying, so I was just playing a little slower and safer, as you'll notice like in the gameplay. But it doesn't really matter. We're trying to get the... There is a... Okay, see, so here's enemies spawning in behind us again. But yeah, I was trying to get the solo flawless master Lost Sector for this Lost Sector. And you can see that guy boops us right through these. So here's where we do a Consecration. It's really good for quickly taking out adds and getting your health back. So yeah, it's like double dipping into being super, super useful. Takes out a bunch of adds, and you can use it as a panic button to get your health back. So here we get really unlucky because I thought my Pulse Grenade was going to kill that Phalanx. So we could have probably got him in 2. I know you can kill them in 2. So here is where Volt Shot comes in super handy. It can just quickly stun that overload. So now I'm just going to keep getting Volt Shots over and over. Now I know he's re-jolted. And then we can just shoot him. It's going to stun. And we just clean him up with the sidearm. So yeah, we're out of here in 2 minutes. Not bad. Like I said, I've done 1 minute 40. And I've done like 9-minute clears, but I died. So you'll see, like I said, I do just play a little safer. But it's probably better for like teaching ad spawns and stuff anyways. So here again, I like to play back. You might be able to go to the front of the room there, or back, whatever you want to call it. But I just prefer to stay up here and keep everything in front of me. And yeah, you can see pretty much every time I get a kill, I'm just reloading for bolt shot over and over and over again. So now we're getting pushed. So this was bad. I get pretty lucky. So there's where I mean. I thought I was going to get more health back. I saw I didn't. So this was a wasted super. Because that's bullshit that my freaking follow-up heavy attack missed. But what sucks about that super is I didn't have biotic enhancements. So you can get that unstop pretty low if you have biotic enhancements, but I didn't. So anyways, the reason you want to run that super is because now we got a whole bunch of darkness energy after our super pop. So that filled our transcendence bar, and you really want transcendence for this part. So you can see I took out the one unstop. I shot those splinters to take the immunity shield down of the other unstop. And then we just go ham, and look at my freaking transcendence bar. Because I took out so many enemies, I still have like half of it when this room is finished. And then we pick up our ammo. So now I have the good grenade that jolts targets. So I'm going to use it on an overload up here. So this allows us to take it out really, really easy instead of having to use our hand cannon. The hand cannon is good, even though I don't show like much gameplay of it. But it is very, very good. On some of my runs I had to use it because it's got explosive payload, so it's really good for stunning the overloads. So here I'm going to proc a bolt shot. So you have to get down because the explosive damage causes it to retaliate. And then I actually miss a shot and I get booped. So like I was saying, this lost sector is just so fucking annoying with the boops. So now I have to use my grenade in the end anyways because of getting booped. Because I don't think that jolt would have lasted long enough. And then I know I have a special brick on the ground, so I'm just going to clean them up with special instead of a second Levy's breath. Because you want a lot of heavy in the boss room, as you'll see. And this is annoying too. So I go to spawn kill those enemies, and that freaking, what is it? A weaver jumps over me. So yeah, those little bastards are super annoying too. And you can see I teabag them. They'll like pull you all around the room. You get booped all around. Like, this is a very annoying lost sector to run. You definitely don't want to farm it. Even if you were on light, it's just, there's health gates on the boss. You can't shoot these things for some freaking reason. I think I've shot them before, so I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, between all the booping and weird enemy spawns, it's definitely not a good farm. So now we're in the boss room, and every wave that you get, there's going to be champions that spawn with it. So after you deal a bit of damage to this boss, so you can stand at these stairs and use this for cover, I came to find out. And that was really, really useful because this guy can be very difficult to deal with. Unfortunately, so Levy's breath will stun lock this guy, but I was too late on the draw and I let him come down. I didn't know he would like do that because I shot him with the sidearm just to turn him because I wanted to hit him in the face, obviously, for more damage. But yeah, what you want to do is keep him stun locked and keep him up top because now that he's moving around, he's much harder to deal with. So I screwed that up. So that's definitely a little time loss. And their heads are very small and they move really weird. So yeah, they're just very annoying to deal with. So here we can see we get an overload. We're going to switch sides. So that subjugator got enraged. So that green thing he shot out will actually suspend me. So again, this is why you want to use the stairs for cover. We get a nice consecration off on these phalanxes that spawn in. And now we're just running around trying to avoid the boss's attacks. And there's going to be more of those guys coming. And there's those little melee guys from the Grim. I can't think of what they're called. But yeah, so then we use another consecration. We get lucky and get a heavy brick. I've been in this boss room where I got no heavy, and that was very annoying. You want to kill those guys with crits if you can, because they'll spawn. So that was a husk, and then they spawn whatever little thing that they drop. So yeah, I got them weak, and then finished them with a crit. Now we jolt the boss, and here I think we'll be able to see the stun lock. Yep. So now you got to shoot those splinters again to get the immunity shield down, and I believe there's more enemies that spawn at this part, or it's when we deal a bit of damage. Yeah, so here's an enemy. So I don't have a consecration ready, so I'm just trying to run and just avoid things. So the boss did get some damage on me, and there's a phalanx. So I'm just going to try to bait everything here. Get my biotic enhancements proc. And then I know there's an unstop in this, but I don't know where the hell the unstop was. So that was really annoying. So another wasted super. Yeah, I cannot see the unstop. And yeah, so I ran out of super, and now I'm just running for my life. There's blight on the ground, so that screws your recovery. There, if I didn't slide, I'm probably dead. So that was good movement on my part. So now you can see I don't quite have Transcendence, and I'm going to want Transcendence. But anyways, we're going to get the boss to the next health gate. So here I just opt for a body shot so that I can stun lock him, and then we're actually able to see his head just a little bit, but then he moves on us. So yeah, there's one more of those guys up. We're just going to kill him with a crit. And now we have Transcendence, which is really, really nice. So I thought there was an unstop on that wave, but there's not. It's the next wave. So I should have just used Consecration melees on all those ads and saved my super for the next part. But you'll see Transcendence with this build is honestly almost stronger than your super. Reason being is because if you're getting lots of kills, as you saw, getting lots of kills and doing lots of damage, then you can actually extend it longer than a super, and you can just keep doing consecrations over and over and over again. It's actually crazy how strong this is. So I am going to make a build video on this, but I thought it'd be fun to show it in some like really high-end content. Like I said, 30 under power is basically lower than GMs, lower than day one raids. So it gives you a sense of how strong this is. And like I said, just look at Prismatic. So there's the unstop finally. You throw a grenade, get him suspended, and then we're just going to keep dealing damage over and over again. And then the nice side effect is that boss came down and we got him super weak. So again, I was playing safe. I probably would have went in if I wasn't going for flawless, but I got back and you can see he was one shot after that Transcendence. So yeah, that was the run. I hope you found it informative, and yeah, leave a like and sub if you did. This build is amazing. I knew it would be from ever since when they previewed Prismatic, and yeah, it's about as strong as I thought it would be. So yeah, thanks for watching and take care.